Hello, this is Robin. I'd like to welcome everyone who takes time out of their day to watch the video. Hope everyone's having a good day. It's been a long time. I'm going to do a Keeping It Real video. Sorry for the glare, trying to cover it. As always, I always like to say I am no psychiatrist, psychologist, counselor, doctor of any way, shape, or form. These are my views and opinions. You agree, that's fine. If you disagree, that's fine too. We all are entitled to our opinions. I'm not making these videos to hurt anybody. These are just videos that I choose to do out of, experience, whether it be past, like going on now. Friends and family may have experienced stuff like this. But anyway, let's just get started. We need to open up our eyes. Parents, grandparents, step-parents, guardians. We need to be more responsible and aware of our children, whether they are, elementary or junior high, preteen, teenagers, young adults, whatever it may be. A lot of people don't want to ask certain questions to their kids because, they get pressured in school, so we don't want to pressure them at home. I don't want to make my kids mad. I want to be more of a friend than a parent. These are a lot of excuses that we all, including me, we all use, and we need to stop. There's so much damage being done. Our children are killing themselves. They are taking guns and knives to school. They are shooting one another. It's sad. It's sad. I'm not saying that paying attention to your child is going to prevent anything from happening, but we have to be aware. We have to take responsibility for our kids. I'm not saying if your child goes out and does something illegal that it's your fault. I'm not meaning that. That's not what I'm trying to say at all. I'm trying to say that we need to be there physically and emotionally for our children. Again, a lot of people want to be more of a friend than a parent. That's okay in some instances. I was that to my kids, but they knew when that parent kicked in, that friend was no longer there. They knew the difference. And they also knew that whether I would like it or approve of it or not, they could come to me and talk to me about anything. And I mean anything. And believe me, there's times they came to me and talked to me about things I wish I wouldn't have known. But you would rather hear it from you or from your parent, from your kids. You'd rather hear from your children than the neighbor down the street or the teacher or the counselor. Now, listen, if your children do not feel comfortable talking to you, you need to alliterate to them. It is okay to talk to a police officer. It is okay to talk to a teacher, the school guidance counselor. It's okay to talk to them. They're there to help. They're not there to hurt you. And, especially our teenagers that feel pressured and down and like they don't feel good about themselves, or they don't, think that they are, that we're proud of them, or they are loved. You are loved. There is not a parent out there that should not love their children. What is wrong with you? Like, seriously, if your child don't feel loved and cared for, you, the parent, are doing something 100% wrong. 100% wrong. And I know there are a lot of you out there that don't give a damn. You have your kids and they could do whatever they want. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know where they're going. I'm not naming any names. I'm just saying there's a lot of you out there. And if you watch this video and you think, oh, I'm talking to you, maybe you have something to look in the mirror about. Because I'm telling you, we have to get a grip. We have to take charge. We have to do something. We have to somehow get our children to talk to us and trust us. We have to understand things are not like it was when we were young. They don't think we were young. Okay, I get it. You know, well, you never experienced this. You never experienced that. Some of the things that they're experiencing today, we did. But a lot of the things they're experiencing today, we did not experience. We did not have to worry about going to school. We didn't have to worry about maybe sending our children to school like today. You're afraid for the daggone kid to leave the house. It's a shame. They're being kidnapped. They're being raped. They're being murdered. They're raping each other. They're murdering each other. They're killing each other. It's just, I don't get it. I don't get it. We have to learn them. Respect one another. You have to learn them to trust you. You've got to do your part as a parent. And I'm sorry, if you disagree with me, that's fine. You have every right to disagree with me. Like I said at the beginning of the video, these are my opinions. These are my views. Your children are worth everything in the world to you. I could not imagine without my kids. I couldn't imagine being without my grandchildren. I don't get it. I don't get it how some of you parents and grandparents won't step up. And guardians and stepmoms and stepdads, you have to do your part. If you are going to marry somebody that you know has children and they are not stepping up now, why are you going to marry them? Why are you going to make them a permanent part of the children's lives if they're not doing what they need to do now? Now's the time to experience that, to think, to ask questions, to look, stand back and look, look at the whole situation. I know I'm jumping from subject to subject, but this all boils down to our children. Who they have in their life, who you choose to put in their life has a lot to do and a lot to say with how they're going to react, how they're going to feel. I'm not saying if you put someone in their life that they don't like, that they're going to go out and kill somebody. I'm not meaning it that way. If you have somebody in their life that they do not like, they're not going to go talk to that person. They're not going to confide in that person. And if they feel, if they don't like that person, maybe they won't confide in you either. Listen, I'm not saying, we need to get our kids' approval, before we marry someone that we fall in love with. Our kids ain't going to like everybody. I get it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to watch how that person is interacting with your children. Because if they're not interacting in a good way now, what makes you think it's going to be in a good way later on? We have to explain to our children they are worth everything. Everything. They matter. They should come first. No excuses. No, nothing. Nothing. You chose to have them. They're your responsibility. Step up and take that responsibility. Try to talk to them. Be a friend to them. Sometimes we need an ear. Sometimes they just need someone to vent to. And no matter how bad you want to say something, sometimes there's a right time and a wrong time to say things. I know I'm putting a lot. I just feel like I have been led for some reason. I've been wanting to do this video for a week or two now. Just trying to find the right words, because you always step on people's toes and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Well, you know what? Screw that. I'm not trying to lose any friends on here. I'm not trying to lose any subscribers. I'm trying to put this out there for whoever has some time to listen to it. We need to open up our eyes. We need to step up. We need to be there for our children. That's it. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Again, this was not intended any way, shape, or form to upset anybody, to make anybody angry, to make anybody feel like a bad parent. I know there's a lot of single parents out there. I was one. for many years. Believe me, I was one for many years. And it is the hardest thing you have to do, whether you're a single father raising children or you're a single mother raising children. Because I have a son that has his little boy a lot. And I mean a lot. So it works both ways. But you have to try to... I know it's hard when you're working and you need to make money and you need to pay your bills and you need to put a roof over their head and you need to make sure they're in school. And believe me, a lot of people have to do it. And it's very, very stressful. If you feel that you need someone to talk to, maybe you have a good friend or a parent or someone that you can kind of vent to, especially if you have a child that is not wanting to go to school and they're misbehaving and they're not listening. No matter what you do, you're like at your wit's end, you're like in a corner and you don't know how to get out of. That happens a lot. I know, believe me, I know. You're not telling me anything when it comes to that. Feeling like you're backed in the corner and there's so much on your plate. You take one thing off your plate and it's loaded with 5 more things. There's just no room. There's no room up here for anything anymore. It's overloaded. I get it. Even to this day, I get it. But we have to try to understand we can't lay this on our children. We can't make our children feel responsible for what we need to do as a parent. We chose to have them. It isn't their fault. They weren't asked to be brought into this world. And again, there's medical problems with them. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks. I get it. ADD, ADHD, bipolar. I believe me, I get it. And I'm telling you a lot of this from experience. A lot of it is from experience. We need to step up, including me. I have grandchildren. I have preteen grandchildren. I have teenage grandchildren. I have young adult grandchildren. And I have, he's 4. I have a grandson that's 4. So believe me, it's all age ranges in my family too. Okay, I can't believe this is almost 13 minutes. I'm going to stop. Please, if you have a comment, please leave it in the comment box. If you have any input, I love reading and hearing about your stories. If you want to share something and you don't want to share it in a comment box, my email and my address is under every video in the description box. Not that I'm going to be able to solve your problem. I'm not saying that. I can't solve half my own problems, so don't expect me to solve yours. But I can listen. I have a good ear. I can listen. Talk if you need someone to talk to. Okay. If you like these kind of videos, click that like button. Subscribe. Join our YouTube family. Again, leave a comment. Give me your feedback on these kind of videos if you enjoy them. And there's a bell. If you click it, all it does is let you know when I upload another video. Okay. Thank everyone ahead of time that if you watch this, again, this wasn't meant to hurt anybody or to upset anybody. Take care till we talk again. And prayer helps a lot. Praying and asking God to help us with our situations that we cannot handle or feel that they are out of control. Prayer. Thank you.